Hi, my name is Ferric, and I have some big breaking political news coming from South Florida that Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen has decided to retire from her job after 38 years in elected office. And when analyzing Florida and sort of the vulnerable districts that Democrats need to flip to control the House, I kept wondering, why in the world does this woman keep getting elected? After all, Hillary Clinton did win the district by about 20 points. We can see the huge margin right there in which Clinton just absolutely trounced Trump. And really the only reason why Florida was even close in the first place was because we got tremendous amount of turnout from Miami-Dade. And that Miami-Dade is sort of trending Democratic, even more than it usually is. We look in 2012 when Barack Obama won re-election and also won the state of Florida. He actually won the state less in 2012 than Hillary Clinton did. So Latinos and Cuban Americans are slowly but surely turning against the Republican Party in Florida, and that is encouraging for the future of the Democratic Party in Florida. Although it's not a sure thing that Trump actually won't win Florida during his re-election bid, because he got about an amazing 500,000 more votes than Romney did in 2012, and really Florida should be considered his signature political achievement. Hey, I loathe the man, but I gotta give him props for turning out the white working class vote like never before in the state of Florida. He did an amazing job in that. Hillary Clinton actually ran a pretty good campaign in Florida and actually got 300,000 more votes than Barack Obama did in 2012. Unlike the Midwest, she didn't neglect it, and she actually had a competent operation. It just wasn't enough. Now, having said all that, Florida is looking pretty encouraging for 2018 if you are part of the resistance and you're looking for ways to hold Donald Trump accountable. Because House District 27 is now leaning Democratic, and depending on who we actually nominate to fill the seat in 2018, it will be likely Democratic. As long as you don't nominate someone corrupt or incompetent, the seat is ours. And sadly, the Democratic Party in Florida hasn't shown the best judgment in the past, so that's not a guarantee. An example of our extreme incompetence in the state, and FYI, I actually live in the state, so I know what I'm talking about. I experienced it firsthand. Democrats haven't actually won the governor's race since Joaquin Lawton Childs in 1998, I believe, if memory serves correct. Nope, 1996, excuse me. Memory did not serve correct there. And this is despite the fact that Florida's been remarkably close the last 16 years. 2000, obviously, it went, I'm using quotation marks, I know you can't see that, Republican by about 300 or more votes. That's been disputed, but who knows. 2004, George Bush actually did quite well in the state and sort of won by the substantial margin, about 3 percentage points. It later swung to Barack Obama by 3 percentage points, and then Barack Obama won it by less than a percentage point in 2012, and now it swung back to the Republicans, where Donald Trump won it by a little over 1%. So this is a very contested state, but somehow the local Democratic Party can't get out of their way and actually nominate winning candidates in what is a very purple state, and a state actually that might in 10 years actually tint light blue, because there's been a massive influx of Puerto Ricans who are fleeing the terrible Puerto Rican economy. And the cool thing about them is that they are technically United States citizens, even though Puerto Rico isn't a state yet. So when they come to Florida, they can vote immediately. So those are just like obviously free, easy votes for the Democratic Party if we could just get them located and registered. And indeed, I actually talked to a lot of them when I was canvassing for Hillary Clinton in last year, 2016. Okay, besides that, there's another House district that should be winnable. notice that CNN sort of like highlighted it as a key race, and that's because it should have been a winnable district, and indeed Hillary Clinton did win the district by, excuse me, a couple of points. And we somehow managed to blow it because apparently Garcia, the guy who ran, was corrupt and had ethical problems. Another Democrat that was corrupt. Great. Anyways, assuming, and like I said, it's not a safe assumption, we nominate someone squeaky clean and competent, that's a very winnable seat. And also, House District 18, that actually, as you can see here in the CNN political map, which is excellent, by the way. I recommend checking it out if you're interested in researching local congressional districts. Where Mass actually flipped the district because Patrick Murphy, who ran a doomed Senate bid, made a lot of bad decisions, and one of them was actually vacating his seat. And not only did we lose and blow a winnable Senate race, we also lost a winnable House race. Although, in fairness, it would have been really difficult because Trump actually had a lot of coattails in Florida in 2016. So this is a seat that Democrats should be able to win back. And there's two seats which will be holding defense. That made no sense. There's two seats in which we're going to be playing defense. That's House District 13, which actually went slightly for Trump, but which Charlie Crist managed to win. He's a pretty strong freshman congressman, being a former popular governor of the state of Florida as a Republican, no less. He switched parties as he was too much of a sane, rational Republican to remain in that party. And also House District 7, which used to be a longtime incumbent Micah's district, where Murphy barely won, although I think she's a pretty strong candidate herself. She's young and was a former U.S. military personnel and is also Asian, I believe. So she's really the changing face of the Democratic Party. And if she actually can learn how to give a good speech, I think she has a future in politics and might be a future senator. But that's way off in the distance. So if we can sort of hang on to those two swing seats right there and win House District seats 26, 27, and 18, this is going to happen. Democrats will actually take control of the delegation that goes to Congress, and that will prove very encouraging for the state of Florida, because I've noticed that oftentimes states don't just switch parties without any type of hints of which direction they're leading. For example, Pennsylvania in 2008 was decisively Democratic in its House delegation, and that obviously changed in the intervening years. So it shouldn't have been that much of a shock that we actually lost Philadelphia, because we had lost a lot of those ex-urban districts, 4, 6, 8 years ago. So hopefully by taking control of the House delegation, Democrats can also begin to gradually take control of the local House and Senate as well, and also the governor's mansion, which will help actually in the national elections. And it goes without saying, if Florida can start leaning blue and sort of turn into a state like Colorado and Virginia, former GOP strongholds that now lean Democratic, that would be huge for our national chances in future presidential elections. Okay, so exciting news, and hopefully the local Florida party does not blow it, and that Florida can send 3 more Democrats to the House of Representatives to sort of help flip the House from red to blue, and to hold Donald Trump accountable, and to all intents and purposes make him a lame duck, unable to accomplish anything legislatively. All right, if you like my political analysis, give me a like if you don't mind, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more nerdy analysis of political trends in 2017. Till then, have a great day.